In the spotlight tonight is Caleb Liu from Oxford, a student, and his specialist subject is the NBA Finals from 1985. Barry Brown from Luton, a local government officer, and his subject is the Napoleonic Wars. Alison Jenner from Swansea, a community education officer, whose subject is the life and work of Nevil Shute. And Martyn Smith from Aberdare, a finance manager whose subject is Woody Allen. Humphreys, and welcome to Mastermind. Tonight, 4 more willing victims, or perhaps I should say contenders, prepared to sit in the black chair for 2 minutes at a time and answer questions on general knowledge as well as their specialist subjects. One of them will go through to the next round with a shot at the final and ultimately the title of Mastermind. So let's have our first contender, please. And your name is?
Caleb Liu.
And your occupation?
I'm a student.
And your chosen subject?
I'm doing the NBA Finals from 1985 to 2005.
The NBA Finals in 2 minutes starting now. Which team's home venue, known as the Madhouse on Madison, was replaced by the United Center, which they used for home games in the 95 Finals?
Chicago Bulls.
Yes. Who coached the San Antonio Spurs to victory in the 2005 NBA Finals?
Greg Popovich.
Correct. Which team's only appearance in the NBA Finals resulted in a 4-2 series defeat by the Lakers in 2000?
The Indiana Pacers.
Correct. What name's been given to the Boston Celtics' 148-114 defeat of the LA Lakers on May the 27th, 1985?
The Memorial Day Massacre.
Yes. Which team's aggressively competitive nature earned them the nickname the Bad Boys during the late 80s?
The Detroit Pistons.
Yes. During overtime in Game 2 of the 92 Finals, whose 9-point burst helped the Portland Trail Blazers win the game and square the series with the Bulls?
Clyde Drexler.
Danny Ainge, who stood down as the Indiana Pacers coach after the 2000 Finals, ending an illustrious NBA career which had included 3 titles as a player?
Larry Bird.
Correct. What nickname taken from a film character was given to Robert Parrish, a front court player in the Celtics' 86 championship winning team?
The Chief.
Yes. Which Pistons player scored a finals record 25 points in 1 quarter during Game 6 of the 88 Finals against the Lakers?
Joe Dumas.
Isaiah Thomas. By what series score did the Utah Jazz lose consecutive NBA Finals to the Bulls in 97 and 98?
4-2.
Correct. Whose offensive rebounding record, set in 1979 for Washington, was twice equalled by Dennis Rodman during the 96 Finals?
Moses Malone.
Elvin Hayes. Which team lost back-to-back finals in 2002, 2003 against the Lakers and the Spurs, respectively?
The New Jersey Nets.
Yes. The Suns' Kevin Johnson played a finals record of how many minutes in Game 3 of the 93 series against the Bulls, which went into triple overtime?
54.
62. Who scored 36 points in the deciding game of the 88 Finals and was elected as the series MVP?
Joe Dumas.
No, James Worthy. Who became the NBA's all-time leading playoff scorer during Game 3 of the 85 Finals against the Celtics?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes. What was the name of the new arena, I'll finish the question, in which the Suns played their home games in the 93 Finals?
The Key West Arena.
The America West Arena. No passes. Caleb Liu, you have 10 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Barry Brown.
Your occupation?
Local government officer.
And your chosen subject?
The Napoleonic Wars, 1796 to 1815.
The Napoleonic Wars in 2 minutes. Which of Napoleon's marshals, who was known for his vanity, is reputed to have told a firing squad to aim for his heart rather than his face following his arrest shortly after Waterloo?
Ney.
Murat. What was the name of the flagship of Admiral Bruet that caught fire and exploded at the Battle of the Nile?
Lorient.
Yes. Which city under Ottoman rule resisted Napoleon's besieging army for 2 months until May 1799?
Jaffa.
No, Acre. Who was the governor of Moscow who's generally held responsible for the burning of the city after its occupation by the French in 1812?
Davidovich.
Rostopchin. Which British advance post at Waterloo was held for much of the day by men of the King's German Legion until they ran out of ammunition?
Pass.
Which state's main army was defeated by the French at Auerstadt in 1806?
Austria.
Prussia. Napoleon inflicted a heavy defeat on the Austrians at which battle in June 1800, after which their commander, Mélas, signed an armistice?
Sorry, which year?
June 1800.
Hohenlinden.
Marengo. Which fortifications brought the advance on Lisbon of Massena's army of Portugal to a complete halt in 1811?
Torres Vedras.
Correct. Napoleon started economic warfare against Britain, known as the Continental System, by issuing which decree in November 1806?
The Neutrality Decree.
The Berlin Decrees. Which treaty of 1807 created the Duchy of Warsaw out of territories that had formerly been held by the Prussians?
Tilsit.
Yes, a British army of some 25,000 men were evacuated from which Spanish port in January 1809, having retreated there before the advance of the French?
Corunna.
Yes, in 1814 an Anglo-Spanish force under Wellington defeated Soult's army at which battle before the news of Napoleon's abdication had reached the commanders?
Toulouse.
Toulouse is correct. You had just the one pass. The British advance post at Waterloo was Le Hay Saint. One pass, Barry Brown, 5 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Alison Jenner,
Your occupation?
Community Education Officer.
And your chosen subject?
The life and works of Nevil Shute.
Nevil Shute. What is the name of the Australian town that Jean Paget wants to turn into a town like Alice in Nevil Shute's novel of that title?
Willstown.
Yes. With which army regiment did Shute serve as a reservist during the last year of the First World War?
Suffolk Regiment.
Yes. In which port in the South Pacific is the fishing boat Mary Bell put into quarantine in Trustee from the Tool Room?
Tahiti? Papeete.
Correct. Stephen Morris, which of Stephen's rivals asked Helen Riley to marry him?
Alexander.
Lech Lane. According to his autobiography, where did Shute spend his time while he was playing truant from his prep school in Hammersmith?
In the Science Museum.
Yes, according to Shute's novel, the Marazan Sound lies between Pendruan and which other island in the Isles of Scilly?
White Island.
Yes. In May 36, Shute's Airspeed Company built 2 prototypes of which radio-controlled target aircraft for the Air Ministry?
Swallow.
Queen Wasp. In landfall, Chambers is unable to see the conning tower of the submarine, so on which other part of the submarine does he look for markings to establish the vessel's nationality before he sinks it?
The Vanes.
The hydrovanes, yes. In the checkerboard, after the Japanese abandoned the jail in Rangoon, the prisoners write "Japs gone" on one side of the roof. What do they write on the other side when they're impatient for release?
Extract digit.
Yes. Shute was working as a designer on which airship when he wrote his second published novel, So Disdained?
R100.
Correct. Beyond the Black Stump begins with the young geologist Stanton Laird having to choose between an assignment in Australia and in which other country?
Paraguay.
Correct. In Pastoral, which song does Captain Marshall sing while he's waiting to land his damaged aeroplane for the last time?
A nightingale sang in Berkeley Square.
Indeed. Of whom did Shute write in his autobiography? If he had lived, we might have had some real books one day, not the sort of stuff that I turn out.
His brother Fred.
Yes. What did Shute describe as the worst film that's ever been made of one of my books in a letter to his friend Dr. Gilstrap in 1959?
On the beach.
Yes. In Lonely Road, what does Molly Gordon's brother attach to the front and back of his lorry, enabling her to identify it?
A donkey and a horseshoe.
Yes, horseshoes. Which of Shute's novels was banned from publication from 1942 until the end of the Second World War because Admiralty censors, finish the question, considered its content too sensitive?
Most Secret.
Most Secret is right. You had no passes, Alison Jenner. You've scored 14 points. And our last contender, please. And your name is?
Martyn Smith.
Your occupation?
Finance Manager.
And your chosen subject?
The life and work of Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, in 2 minutes. Woody Allen was born as Alan Stewart Konigsberg in December 1935. In which New York borough was he brought up?
Brooklyn.
Yes, in Bananas, what does the rebel leader Esposito introduce as the official language of San Marcos before he's replaced as president by the products tester Fielding Mellish?
Pass.
Allen played the dual role of Jimmy Bond, nephew of James, and which other character in the original film version of Casino Royale?
Pass.
What was the title of Allen's 1971 collection of comic essays that had previously been published in The New Yorker?
Pass.
According to Alan's character in Sleeper, which American writer donated his ego to the Harvard Medical School?
Norman Mailer.
Yes, where was Alan on Oscar night in April 78 rather than attending the ceremony at which Annie Hall won Best Picture and 3 other awards?
Michael's Pub.
Yes, in Manhattan, when Isaac Davis and Mary Wilkie first meet, they have a difference of opinion over the merits of which real-life film director?
Ingmar Bergman.
Yes, which of his childhood friends was his writing partner on the 1969 film Take the Money and Run, which was Alan's first film as a director?
Mickey Rose.
Correct. In The Front, which he starred in with Zero Mostel, what is the name of Alan's character who lends his name to the work of blacklisted writers during the McCarthy era?
Pass.
At his bar mitzvah party, Alan performed an impression of which cinema legend?
Groucho Marx.
Al Jolson. The book Woody Allen on Location by the French critic Thierry de Navassel was written about the shooting of which film?
Manhattan.
Radio Days. What's the title of the first episode in Alan's 7-part film, Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex, but were afraid to ask?
Do aphrodisiacs work?
Yes. What was the title of Barbara Koppel's documentary about Alan's 1996 European tour with his New Orleans jazz band?
Wild Man Blues.
Correct. In Mighty Aphrodite, with what does Alan's character Lenny placate Linda Ash's pimp after luring her away from prostitution?
Gold Watch.
Basketball tickets. In October 1960, at which New York venue did Alan make his first professional stand-up appearance following an act by the comedian Shelley Berman?
Blue Angel.
Yes, in Annie Hall, what's the young Alvy singer afraid of, prompting his mother to take him to a doctor?
Spiders.
No. Somewhat implausibly, he's afraid of the expanding universe, leading to the inevitable destruction of mankind. You had 4 passes. Howard Prince was the name of his character in The Front. Getting Even was the title of his 71 collection of comic essays. Dr. Noah was the other character he played in Casino Royale. And Swedish was the language of the rebel leader Esposito. 4 passes. Martyn Smith, you have 8 points. So that's the first round done. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 5 points, Barry Brown. 3rd place with 8 points, Martyn Smith. 2nd place with 10 points, Caleb Liu. In the lead with 14 points, Alison Jenner. So, general knowledge now, and if there's a tie at the end of the round, the winner is the person with the fewest passes. Let me ask Barry Brown to join us again, if he would, please. And you chose a whopper of a subject, an awful lot to know about the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah, more than I thought, to be quite honest.
Well, exactly. That's the trouble with these subjects. I mean, they're fascinating subjects, but difficult to learn the whole lot. And he was obviously an extraordinary man. General at the age of 23?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But I think it was more he was in the right place at the right time.
He was not exactly a modest man, was he?
No, but at the same time he's also very charismatic, apparently, so it was probably difficult for him to be modest.
Yes, but when he became emperor, he actually insisted on putting the crown on himself.
Yeah, that was more political, because I think there would have been a problem if the Pope had actually sort of crowned him, and he didn't. He was trying to reduce the power of the Catholic Church, so this is his way of showing that he didn't actually need the Catholic Church to approve him.
He'd made a few enemies in his life.
Yeah.
But what a life, eh? Well, you scored 5 points with it. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes. Which future world featherweight boxing champion won a gold medal for Northern Ireland at the 1978 Commonwealth Games?
Pass.
In the film The Killing of Sister George, who established herself as a serious actress in the title role?
Beryl Reid.
Yes. Which is the northernmost of the former Baltic republics of the Soviet Union?
Latvia.
Estonia. The International Bible Students Association, founded by Charles Taze Russell, was the forerunner of which religious movement?
Christian Scientists.
Jehovah's Witnesses. Which alcoholic beverage is also known as lion's milk in Turkey, where it's the national drink?
Pass.
What is the name of the traditional device used by Punch and Judy men to reproduce Mr. Punch's voice?
Kazoo.
A swazzle. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and grey are the opening lines of which Don McLean song?
Vincent.
Yes, according to Plato, which large island was destroyed by a tidal wave after its people attempted to enslave the Mediterranean world?
Atlantis.
Yes, which World War I field marshal was president of Germany from 1925 to 34?
Hindenburg.
Yes, who became librarian of Columbia College in New York City in the 1880s, where he set up the first institute for training librarians in the United States?
Bookman.
Dewey. The linden is an alternative name for which common deciduous tree?
The lime.
Yes. In art, what name is given to a full-size drawing made as a preliminary design for a painting or other work of art?
Cartoon.
Yes. At which organisation's annual conference in June 2000 was Tony Blair subjected to slow hand clapping and a walkout by some of the audience?
The TUC.
No, the WI, Women's Institute. Which actor and singer became Joan Collins' second husband when they married in 1963?
Anthony Newley.
Yes, in The Merchant of Venice, the Prince of Aragon discovers the portrait of a blinking idiot in a casket made of which metal?
Gold.
Silver. What in the world of commerce and industry do the initials IBM stand for?
International Business Machines.
Yes. 2 passes. Raki is the name of that alcoholic beverage, rather potent, and Barry McGuigan is the boxer whose name you really knew but couldn't bring to mind. 2 passes, Barry Brown, 13 points. And Martyn Smith now, please. Extraordinary career Woody Allen's had already. I mean, it's still going on, is it?
Yes,
Can't talk about it in the past tense. He's made a film every year since 1969.
Absolutely. There's always one that's just been made, one that's in production, and one that's being prepared at any given moment.
How does he do it?
I don't know. I hope I've got that much energy when I'm 70.
Well, quite, exactly. So say all of us.
Yeah.
Somebody said that his films are like Marmite.
Love or hate them.
Yeah.
Yes.
No middle ground.
I think that's like a lot of the best things. You either love it or hate it, really. It's you can't ignore him, though. I mean, you've got people. You could say it's a Hitchcockian movie or a Chaplin-esque comedy. There's also an Allen-esque. There's a Woody Allen type of movie, and I think that's a true mark of the impression that he's made on the world of popular culture.
And his best movie?
I always go back to Annie Hall, although Manhattan runs it close.
Yep. Right. Well, 8 points so far. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Which fictional Native American princess became the wife of Hiawatha?
Pocahontas. No.
Minnehaha. Which type of paint launched as spread satin in America in 1948 revolutionised DIY because brushes and rollers could be cleaned in water?
Emulsion.
Yes. What's the medical term for the upper jaw?
The pass.
Which Spanish football club sacked Terry Venables as its coach in September '87?
Athletic Bilbao.
Barcelona. On which Hebridean island are there ranges of hills known as the Black and Red Coolins?
Whist.
Sky. Which chemical element was named after the Greek goddess of the rainbow because of the various colours of its compounds?
Iridium.
Yes. Escape or die frying and poultry in motion were taglines that appeared on the posters for which 2000 film?
Chicken Run.
Yes. Which Cornishman built the first steam locomotive to run on rails in 1804?
Trevithick.
Trevithick, yes. In which occupation are the terms English bond and Flemish bond used?
Stockbroking.
Bricklaying. Which musical based on a book by Victor Hugo concerns the hounding of Jean Valjean by Inspector Javert for committing a minor offence?
Les Miserables.
Yes. In classical and prehistoric times, what were contained in cinerary urns?
Ashes.
Yes, a person's ashes. The male of most species of which bird family helps wall the female in the nest, closing it up with mud, except for a small feeding hole until the eggs are hatched?
Cuckoo.
Hornbill. In Shakespeare, who, according to the report of Mistress Quickly, babbled of green fields on his deathbed?
King Lear.
Falstaff. Which Liverpool-born comedy performer played the entire Bolofsky family in the television series The Young Ones?
Alexei Sayle.
Yes. What name was given to the city of Königsberg in 1946 after it was ceded to the Soviet Union?
Stalingrad.
Kaliningrad. Derived from the Latin meaning to stuff, what word describes a play characterised by broad humour and a complicated and improbable plot?
Farce.
Farce it is. You had 1 pass. The medical term for the upper jaw is the maxilla. That 1 pass, Martyn Smith, 16 points. Now, Caleb Liu, please. And I gather you come from Singapore and you used a quiz show in Singapore to enable you to be here today.
Yes, indeed. I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Singapore, and I used the prize money which I won to help me come to study in the UK.
Huh? How much did you win?
I won 125,000 Singapore dollars, which is about 40,000 pounds.
Right, and that was enough to get you here and go to Oxford. And has it been worth it?
I've really enjoyed my time in Oxford. I really think studying in the UK is something special, if only because you can experience a different culture, and also you're really in a true sense living alone and being independent. I've known friends who bring their washing home over the weekend. I don't quite have that option.
No, quite.
Previously, before I'd come, I'd spent 2.5 years in the Singapore Army because we have conscription, national service still going. So in those 2.5 years, I was really looking forward to coming. That was kind of my incentive to get through it.
And what subject are you doing? What's your degree in?
I'm doing PPA, which is philosophy, politics, and economics.
Does that mean you want to be a politician? Are you interested in politics?
I think politics in Singapore is rather different from the UK.
Yes.
And probably a bit more dangerous. So I'll reserve judgment on that for the moment.
You scored 10 points. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Starting now. Which Arab leader who was born in Egypt in 1929 and died in Paris in November 2004 was a co-winner of the 1994 Nobel Peace Prize?
Yasser Arafat.
Yes, the male is an archaic and literary name for which bird?
Pass.
By what Italian name meaning our affair is the mafia sometimes known in the United States?
Pass.
What is the final event in a decathlon?
The 100 metres.
1,500 metres. In which country does the Great Southern Railway operate the train the Indian Pacific?
The Indian.
Australia. During which Apollo mission, launched on 14th November 1969, did Charles Conrad and Alan Bean joke and whistle while they were collecting rocks?
Apollo 15.
12. Which term for the sum total of the chemical reactions that occur within a living organism comes from the Greek word for to change?
Osmosis.
Metabolism. Whose single Baby One More Time broke the UK debut act first week sales record in February 1999?
Britney Spears.
Yes, which British archaeologist under the patronage of Lord Carnarvon discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922?
Howard Carter.
Yes, the prefix dis at the beginning of a word such as dysfunction or dysentery has what meaning?
No.
Bad or abnormal. Which magazine published by the Hulton Press was first edited in 1938 by the photographic journalist Stefan Laurent?
National Geographic.
Picture Post. The Russian parliament consists of an upper house known as the Federation Council and a lower house known as?
The Duma.
Yes, what name is given to the steel bar on the front of a four-wheel drive vehicle which reflects its original purpose of protecting the vehicle if it's struck by a large animal?
The Fender.
The bull bar. Which disease of the heart whose name is derived from Latin for tightness is characterised by severe but temporary pain in the chest which may radiate to the arms?
Heart attack.
Angina. In the field of computer languages, what does the acronym COBOL stand for?
Pass.
King Constantine II, who reigned from 964 to 73, was the last king of which European country?
Austria.
Greece. In mythology, the 100 eyes of the all-seeing giant Argus were set into the tail of which bird?
The Phoenix.
The peacock. Which actress followed in the footsteps of Fay Wray? Finish the question. And Jessica Lange, playing starlet Anne Darrow in the 2005 film King Kong? I'll take a stab or I'll give it to you.
You can give it to me.
All right, then. It was Naomi Watts. And your other passes, the mafia is known as the Cosa Nostra, the merle is a blackbird, and COBOL stands for Common Business-Oriented Language. 4 passes, Caleb Liu, 14 points. And finally, Alison Jenner, please. And you're the Nevil Shute fan. Not a great writer.
I'll
but...
fight you on that one.
All right. Great book?
Great book, The Checkerboard, Round the Bend, Kind of Like Alice.
And yet the one everybody knows is On the Beach.
Afraid so.
Because of the film.
Unfortunately, that's true, yes. They made a mess of it.
Now, you're an education officer, meaning what? What do you do?
I support a team of tutors helping people with their basic skills.
Ah, so you're not involved with schools, school children, you're involved with older people, are you?
There's a number of different phases to this because part of the team work with parents helping the children in school. It's called family learning. And part of the number of the tutors help adults improve their basic skills or brush up on things that they perhaps got out of the habit of using.
Right, well, you've already got 14 points, so you're doing very well. General knowledge, let's see how you do with that. What term is used for the clipping of trees or hedges into decorative shapes?
Topiary.
Correct. What name was given to the last new steam locomotive built for British Railways?
The Scotsman.
The Evening Star. Which Greek playwright's works include Oedipus Rex and Oedipus at Colonus?
Sophocles.
Yes. What was the nickname of the American general Joseph Warren Stilwell, who served as Chiang Kai-shek's chief of staff from 42 to 44?
Shanghai Jack.
Vinegar Joe. Which stadium was built in London, especially for the 1908 Olympic Games, and demolished in 1985?
White City.
Yes. At puberty, male Sikhs adopt the name Singh. What name do female Sikhs adopt?
Raja.
Core. Which system of calculation was invented by John Napier in 1614?
Logarithms.
Yes, what name's given to the group of painters that originated when Barbara Hepworth and Ben Nicholson arrived in Cornwall just before the outbreak of war in 1939?
The St Ives Group.
Yes. Which Swiss-born psychiatrist devised the diagnostic test that was named after him, which was intended to reveal aspects of personality based on 10 ink blots?
Rorschach.
Yes. The name of which Italian region literally means foot of the mountain?
Monteverde.
No, Piedmont. Which body within the Conservative Party is named after the year in which a group of backbench MPs voted to end the coalition with the Liberals?
The 1922 committee.
Yes, in Scots and Irish dialect, which part of the body is the oxter?
The ear.
The armpit. Which Polish-born cosmetics manufacturer died in April 1965 at the age of 94?
Helena Rubinstein.
Yes, who was King of England from 1199 to 1216, succeeding his brother Richard I to the throne?
King John.
Yes, now built by British Aerospace, which aeroplane was introduced in 1976 to replace the Gnat and Hawker Hunter as the RAF's principal jet trainer?
The Lynx.
The Hawk. Which Bootle-born comedian was the original host of the television game show Name That Tune?
Ken Dodd.
Tom O'Connor. Which liqueur, widely produced in Eastern Europe, is flavoured with caraway and cumin seeds and is thought to have digestive properties?
Pernod.
Kimmel. Whose first symphony, composed in 1866 and later revised, is known as Winter Daydreams?
Holst.
Tchaikovsky. But it might have been Holst, I suppose. No passes. Alison Jenner, a total of 23 points. So, at the end of the contest, let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 13 points, Barry Brown. Third place with 14 points, Caleb Liu. Second place with 16 points, very close so far, is Martyn Smith. But in first place, way ahead of the field with 23 points, Alison Jenner. Which means, of course, that she goes through to the second round. Congratulations to her. Do join us next time for more Masterminds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Anita Rani travels to Mumbai to investigate the growing obesity epidemic amongst India's middle-class kids. This World, tonight at 9.